Hola muchachos, ¿qué tal? Buenos días. Hoy es miércoles el 2 de diciembre. Aquí tienen el horario para hoy. Tu pregunta para empezar, ¿cómo eres? Yo soy y tres adjetivos para describirte, ¿cierto? Yo soy y tres adjetivos, ¿verdad? Tres adjetivos para describirse. Bueno, después vamos a repasar la tarea de hoy. ¿Y tú qué dices? Página 63. Y allá tienen las instrucciones para hacer esa tarea. Después vamos a comenzar el capítulo 2A. Y vamos a empezar con los objetivos en la página 72. Y repasaremos el vocabulario en contexto de tus clases. So for chapter 2a, capítulo 2a, by the end of this chapter, you will be able to listen to and read descriptions about your classes, talk and write about your classes and extracurriculars, and exchange information explaining why you like and don't like certain classes or certain activities. The vocabulary will undoubtedly cover your classes and subjects, classroom supplies, and descriptions of your classes. A lot of these you will recognize. We talked about them briefly at the beginning of the academic year. And then I'm sure you probably covered them in middle school in the election cycle. Huge chapter for grammar. Subject pronouns: I, you, he, she, we, they are standard subject pronouns that we traditionally use in language, and we have equivalents to those in Spanish. And then present tense of AR verbs. I have a really fun song to share with you that hopefully you will like, that'll help you remember the endings of AR verbs. So those are our objectives. Now in terms of the vocabulary, remember that you have a link here to Quizlet. So all the vocabulary that I'm about to introduce to you, you have in flashcard form. So keep that in mind. You can always use that. And then also if you go into courses, here's where you can find the Quizlet, guys. Forgive me, right here in the agenda for today where you found this video. And then also if you go into courses and you go to modules, and go all the way down to chapter 2a, you guys have the handout that we do for every chapter where you can fill in all the key vocabulary that will be covered for that particular chapter. All right, so two places where you can study vocab, and the key vocabulary that we'll go over today está en la página 74. 74. Tus clases, tus materias. Y aquí tienen las horas. We're going to go over your periods, right? First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth period. And then some example classes. This is an example schedule en español, and some descriptions, descriptive adjectives, how we indicate in Spanish which class we have during which period. That's highlighted in blue there for you. And then some more descriptions about in which classes do you have a lot of homework, in which classes do you study a lot, and then things that you need for your classes. So we'll go over this vocabulary together. We do not have any homework at all for next class. Perhaps the only thing that you could do or should do, especially if you feel the imposition or inclination, is to click on the Vocabulario en Contexto link to Quizlet and practice that vocabulary as needed. And then also go into courses where I showed you, download that Word document, and then fill in all the key vocabulary. That would be your only homework for miércoles, el 2 de diciembre.